Welcome friends. In this session, we discuss partition of a group by cosets. We deal with a result that says that if a group G be partitioned into cells and if the cells form a group under an induced operation, then the cell containing the identity of G is a subgroup of G. Though this session does not consider the conditions under which the cells that partition a group form a group, we are making foundation theory to answer this in the coming sessions. We begin with the defining partitions and giving an example for partition for the set of integers. We recall that a partition of a set S is a decomposition of S into non-empty subsets such that every element of the set is in one and only one of the subsets. We call these subsets the cells of the partition. The following fundamental result from set theory is needed in this session. Theorem 1. Corresponding to a given equivalence relation, there is a partition and vice versa. Residue classes modulo n. Before entering to the theory of cosets, we consider an example of partition for the set of integers. Definition: an integer b is said to be congruent to integer a modulo n being a fixed positive integer if b minus a is divisible by n. Symbolically, we write b congruent to a mod n and read as b is congruent to a modulo n, that is b congruent to a modulo n if and only if b minus a is divisible by n. It is left as an assignment to verify that the relation congruent modulo n in the set of integers is an equivalence relation and hence partition set. We note that each integer in set is exactly in one of the equivalence class or cell in the partition. Definition: residue classes modulo n, that a belongs to set. By the residue class A modulo n, we mean the set of all those integers which are congruent to a mod n, that is class A equal to set of all b belongs to set b congruent to a modulo n. Example 1. Find all residue classes modulo 5 and verify that they partition set. Solution: here n equal to 5, 0 belongs to set and class 0 is equal to set of all b belongs to set b congruent to 0 modulo 5, which is equal to set of all b belongs to set b minus 0 equal to b is divisible by 5, which is equal to set of all etc. minus 15, minus 10, minus 5, 0, 5, 10, 15 etc. 1 belongs to set and class 1 equal to set of all b belongs to set b congruent to 1 modulo 5, which is equal to set of all b belongs to set b minus 1 is divisible by 5, which is equal to set of all etc. minus 14, minus 9, minus 4, 1, 6, 11, 16 etc. 2 belongs to set and class 2 is equal to set of all b belongs to set b congruent to 2 mod 5, which is equal to set of all b belongs to set such that b minus 2 is divisible by 5, which is equal to set of all etc. minus 13, minus 8, minus 3, 2, 7, 12, 17 etc. 3 belongs to set and class 3 equal to set of all b belongs to set such that b congruent to 3 mod 5, which is equal to set of all b belongs to set such that b minus 3 is divisible by 5, which is equal to set of all etc. minus 12, minus 7, minus 2, 3, 8, 13, 18 etc. 4 belongs to set and class 4 is equal to set of all b belongs to set such that b congruent to 4 modulo 5, which is equal to set of all b belongs to set such that b minus 4 is divisible by 5, which is equal to set of all etc. minus 11, minus 6, minus 1, 4, 9, 14, 19 etc. It can be verified that class 5 equal to class 0, class 6 is equal to class 1, class 7 is equal to class 2, class 8 equal to class 3, class 9 is equal to class 4, class 10 equal to class 0, class 11 is equal to class 1 etc. Class minus 1 is equal to class 4, class minus 2 is equal to class 3, class minus 3 is equal to class 2, class minus 4 is equal to class 1, class minus 5 equal to class 0. Thus, the distinct residue classes modulo 5 are class 0, class 1, class 2, class 3 and class 4. Also note that class 0 union class 1 union class 2 union class 3 union class 4 equal to set and class 0 intersection class 1 is equal to 5, class 0 intersection class 2 is equal to 5, class 1 intersection class 2 equal to 5 etc. Therefore, for using theorem 1 we obtain class 0, class 1, class 2, class 3 and class 4 partition set. See figure 1 below. The group of residue classes modulo n. In general, the residue classes modulo n are class 0, class 1, class 2 etc., class n minus 1. The next theorem says that this collection is a group under suitable binary operation. Theorem 2. The residue classes modulo n form a finite abelian group with respect to addition of residue classes. Proof that S is equal to set of all class 0, class 1, class 2 etc., class n minus 1 with the set of residue classes modulo n. The addition of residue classes is defined as for class R1 class R2 belongs to S, class R1 plus class R2 equal to class R1 plus R2, which is equal to class R, where R is the least non-negative remainder when R1 plus R2 is divided by n, and so 0 less than or equal to R less than n. Closure property. From the definition, class R1 class R2 belongs to S and class R1 plus class R2 equal to class R1 plus R2, which is equal to class R, 0 less than or equal to R less than n. So that class R belongs to S. G1, class R1 plus class R2 plus class R3 equal to class R, where R is the least non-negative remainder when R1 plus R2 plus R3 is divided by n, which is equal to class R, where R is the least non-negative remainder when R1 plus R2 plus R3 is divided by n, which is equal to class R1 plus class R2 plus class R3. Hence, the associativity is satisfied. G2, we have class 0 belongs to S. If class A belongs to S, then we have class 0 plus class A equal to class 0 plus A, which is equal to class A, and class A plus class 0 is equal to class A plus 0, which is equal to class A. And so, for every class A belongs to S, class 0 plus class A equal to class A, which is equal to class A plus class 0, showing that class 0 is the identity element in S with respect to addition of residue classes. G3, additive inverse of class 0 is class 0, and for any A not equal to 0, the additive inverse of class A belongs to S is class n minus A, since class A plus class n minus A equal to class A plus n minus A, which is equal to class n, which is equal to class 0, which is equal to class n minus A plus class A. G4, class R1 plus class R2 is equal to class R, where R is the least non-negative remainder when R1 plus R2 is divided by n, which is equal to class R, where R is the least non-negative remainder when R2 plus R1 is divided by n, which is equal to class R2 plus class R1. That is, class R1 plus class R2 equal to class R2 plus class R1 for class R1 and class R2 belongs to S, showing the commutativity. Hence, S is an abelian group. Since S has finite number of elements, S is a finite abelian group. Cosets. Let G be a group with some binary operation. Suppose we partition the underlying set G into cells and designate each cell in terms of one of the element in that cell. For example, BR is the cell containing the element R. We call an element of a cell a representative of the cell. We would like to determine precise condition under which a group G can be partitioned into cells Bi such that any representative of a fixed cell Br multiplied by any representative of Bs always produces a representative of one and the same cell Bt, which we would then consider as the product Br into Bs. The cell product Br into Bs is defined to be the cell Bt obtained by multiplying representatives of Br and Bs, and in order to have the binary operation of cell multiplication on the collection of cells Bi well defined, the final cell Bt containing the product of the representatives must be the same no matter which representatives one chooses from Br and from Bs. This binary operation of cell multiplication on the set of all Bi is the operation induced on set of all Bi by the operation of G. Only if this operation is well defined does it make sense to ask whether the set of all Bi is a group under the operation. Theorem 3. If a group G can be partitioned into cells with the induced operation described above well defined, and if the cells form a group under this induced operation, then the cell containing the identity E of G must be a subgroup of G. Proof. Let G be partitioned into cells with the induced operation described just above the statement of the theorem is well defined and giving a group, and let BE be the cell containing the identity, so that E belongs to BE. Since the operation is well defined, in computing BE into BR, we can take any representatives from BE and from BR and compute the product of representatives in G. Let us choose E belongs to BE and say R belongs to BR, then E into R is equal to R and R belongs to BR. So, BE into BR equal to BR. Similarly, in computing BR into BE, we choose R belongs to BR and E belongs to BE. Then R into E is equal to R and R belongs to BR, so that BR into BE equal to BR. Thus, we have shown that BE into BR is equal to BR, which is equal to BR into BE for any cell BR. Thus, BE must act as the identity cell in our group of cells. Therefore, in particular BE into BE is equal to BE, which shows if we choose all possible representatives of BE, that BE is closed under the multiplication of the group G. By its definition, BE contains E, that A belongs to BE, then A belongs to G, and the inverse A inverse also belongs to G. Hence, A inverse is in some cell, say BK. Since BE is the identity cell in our group of cells, we know that BE into BK is equal to BK. Equation 1. Let us choose representatives A belongs to BE and A inverse belongs to BK. Then we have A into A inverse equal to E and E belongs to BE. So, BE into BK is equal to BE. Equation 2. Using equations 1 and 2, we obtain BK is equal to BE and hence A inverse belongs to BE. Hence, BE is a subgroup of G. Theorem 4. Let H be a subgroup of G. Let the relation L be defined on G by A relation L B if and only if A inverse B belongs to H. Let the relation R be defined on G by A relation R B if and only if A into B inverse belongs to H. Then the relations relation L and relation R are equivalence relations on G. Proof. We show that relation L is an equivalence relation. In the proof, we constantly make use of the fact that H is a subgroup of G. Reflexive. Let A belongs to G, then A inverse into A is equal to E and E belongs to H. Since H is a subgroup, thus A relation L A. Symmetric. Suppose A relation L B, then A inverse B belongs to H. Since H is a subgroup, A inverse B inverse is in H and A inverse B inverse equal to B inverse A is in H and B relation L to A. Transitive. Let A relation L B and B relation L C, then A inverse B belongs to H and B inverse C belongs to H. Since H is a subgroup, A inverse B into B inverse C equal to A inverse C is in H. So, A relation L C. Hence, relation L is an equivalence relation. The verification that relation R is an equivalence relation is left to the assignments. Remarks. In the additive notation, A relation L B if and only if minus A plus B belongs to H and A relation R B if and only if A plus minus B belongs to H. The equivalence relation L in theorem 3 defines a partition of G. The equivalence relation R in theorem 3 also defines a partition of G. First, we discuss that cells in the partition of G made by relation L. Let A belongs to G, the cell containing A consists of all x belongs to G such that A relation L X, which means all x belongs to G such that A inverse into x belongs to H. Now, A inverse x belongs to H if and only if A inverse x equal to H for some H belongs to H, or equivalently if and only if x equal to A into H for some H belongs to H. Thus, the cell containing A is set of all A H such that H belongs to H, which we denote by A H. If we go through the same reasoning for the equivalence relation R defined by H, we find the cell in the partition containing A belongs to G is H A is equal to set of all H into A, which such that H belongs to H. Since in general G need not be abelian, we have no reason to expect A into H and H into A to be the same subsets of G. The formal definition follows. Definition: cosets. Let H be a subgroup of a group G, the subset AH equal to set of all A into H such that H belongs to H of G is the left coset of H containing A, while H A is equal to set of all H into A such that H belongs to H is the right coset of H containing A. In additive notation, the left coset of H containing A is A plus H is equal to set of all A plus H such that H belongs to H, and the right coset of H containing A is H plus A is equal to set of all H plus A such that H belongs to H. Example 2. Exhibit the left cosets and the right cosets of the subgroup 3Z of Z under addition. Solution. Note that 3Z equal to set of all etc. minus 9, minus 6, minus 3, 0, 3, 6, 9 etc. Our notation is here is additive. So, the left coset of 3Z containing M is M plus 3Z. Taking M equal to 0, we see that 0 plus 3Z is equal to set of all 0 plus H, H belongs to 3Z, which is equal to set etc. minus 9, minus 6, minus 3, 0, 3, 6, 9 etc. which is equal to 3Z. So, 3Z itself is one of its left cosets. To find another left coset, we select an element of set not in 0 plus 3Z which is equal to 3Z, say 1, and find the left coset containing it. We have 1 plus 3Z is equal to set of all 1 plus H such that H belongs to 3Z, which is equal to set consisting of etc. minus 8, minus 5, minus 2, 1, 4, 7, 10 etc. These two left cosets 3Z and 1 plus 3Z do not yet exhaust set. For example, 2 is in neither of them. The left coset containing 2 is 2 plus 3Z and it is 2 plus 3Z is equal to set of all 2 plus H such that H belongs to 3Z, which is equal to set consisting of etc. minus 7, minus 4, minus 1, 2, 5, 8, 11 etc. It can be seen that 0 plus 3Z union 1 plus 3Z union 2 plus 3Z equal to Z, and 0 plus 3Z intersection 1 plus 3Z is equal to 5, 1 plus 3Z intersection 2 plus 3Z is equal to 5, and 0 plus 3Z intersection 2 plus 3Z equal to 5. So, the left cosets 0 plus 3Z, 1 plus 3Z and 2 plus 3Z partition set. In other words, they constitute the partition of set into left cosets of 3Z. Any left coset of 3Z in Z is one among the left cosets 0 plus 3Z, 1 plus 3Z and 2 plus 3Z. At the first one, we may think that 3 plus 3Z is another left coset not in the list above, but 3 plus 3Z is equal to set of all 3 plus H, H belongs to 3Z which is equal to set consisting of etc. minus 9, minus 6, minus 3, 0, 3, 6, 9 etc. which is equal to 3Z which is equal to 0 plus 3Z. Similarly, it can be verified that 4 plus 3Z is equal to 1 plus 3Z, 5 plus 3Z is equal to 2 plus 3Z, minus 1 plus 3Z is equal to 2 plus 3Z, minus 2 plus 3Z is equal to 1 plus 3Z, minus 3 plus 3Z is equal to 0 plus 3Z etc. Also, M plus 3Z is equal to set of all M plus H such that H belongs to 3Z, which is equal to set of all H plus M, H belongs to 3Z, since Z is abelian under addition which is equal to 3Z plus M. In particular, 1 plus 3Z equal to 3Z plus 1 etc. Since Z is abelian, the left coset M plus 3Z and the right coset 3Z plus M are the same. So, the partition of Z into right cosets is the same as the partition by left cosets. From the above example, we observe the following. For a subset H of an abelian group G, the partition of G into left cosets of H and the partition into right cosets are the same. Example 3. The group Z6 is abelian. Find the partition of Z6 into cosets of the subgroup H is equal to set 03. Solution. Z6 equal to set 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and operation is addition modulo 6. One coset is 0 plus H is equal to 0 plus 3 which is equal to set 03. The coset containing 1 is 1 plus H equal to 1 plus set 03 which is equal to set 14. The coset containing 2 is 2 plus H is equal to 2 plus set 03 which is equal to set 25. Since set 03 and set 14 and set 25 exhaust all of Z6, these are all the cosets. See figure 2. Figure 3 shows that the group table for Z6 in which 3 cosets are denoted according to their shading. Now, a question arises whether the collection of cosets a group. We answer this question in another session. Notation. Let H be a subgroup in a group G if for every A belongs to G, AH is equal to HA, then the set of all left cosets and the set of all right cosets of H and G are the same and is denoted by G by H, that is G by H is equal to set of all AH such that A belongs to G. If G is an additive group, then above is written as G by H is equal to set of all A plus H such that A belongs to G. We discuss the conditions under which G by H is a group in the coming sessions. Cosets and residue classes. We now observe that the equivalence relation R for the subgroup H is equal to n set of G equal to set is the same as the relation of congruence modulo n. Recall that H congruent to K modulo n in set if H minus K is divisible by n. This is same as the saying that H plus minus K is a multiple of n or H plus minus K is in n set, which is relation R of theorem 3 in additive notation. Thus, the partition of set into cosets of n set is the partition of set into residue classes modulo n. For that reason, we often refer to the cells of this partition as coset modulo n set. For the abelian group, we do not have to specify left or right cosets since they are the same. The case of n equal to 5 is shown in figure 4. Lagrange's theorem and its applications. We are now in a position to examine whether the order of a subgroup of a finite group divides the order of the group. From the examples discussed in the last section, we have observed that every coset left or right of a subgroup H of a group G has the same number of elements as H. We use this fact in the proof of the next theorem. Theorem 5, Lagrange's theorem. Let H be a subgroup of a finite group G, then the order of H is a divisor of order of G, that is order of H divides order of G. Proof. Let n be the order of G and let H be of order m. We know that every coset left or right of a subgroup H of group G has the same number of elements as H. Therefore, here every coset of H has m elements. Let R be the number of cells in the partition of G into left cosets of H. Then n equal to R into m. So, m is a divisor of n, that is order of H divides order of G. Corollary. Every group of prime order is cyclic. Proof. Let G be of prime order P and let A be an element of G different from the identity element. Then the cyclic group generated by A of G generated by A has at least two elements, the identity element E and A. Let M be the order of cyclic group generated by A. Now, by the Lagrange's theorem, order of the cyclic subgroup generated by A must divide order of this group G, that is M divides P. Now, M greater than or equal to as it has at least two elements E and A, and since P is prime, this means that M is equal to P. This means that cyclic group generated by A equal to G. So, G is cyclic. Theorem 6. The order of an element of a finite group divides the order of the group. Proof. Recall that the order of an element is the order of the cyclic subgroup generated by the element. By the Lagrange's theorem, order of any subgroup of a finite group divides the order of the group. Hence, in particular, order of the cyclic subgroup generated by an element divides the order of the group. Combining the two statements, we conclude that the order of an element of a finite group divides the order of the group. Definition. Index of H in G. Let H be a subgroup of a group G. The number of left cosets of H in G is the index of H in G and is denoted as follows. The index of H in G just defined may be finite or infinite. If G is finite, then obviously the index of H in G is finite and index of H in G equal to order of G by order of H, since every coset of H contains order of H elements. Index of H in G denotes the number of left or right cosets of H in G. Example 4, let G is equal to set 6 and H is equal to set 0 3, then index of H in G equal to order of G by order of H, which is equal to 6 by 2, which is equal to 3. Refer example 3. Let us summarize the discussion of this session. We have discussed partition of a group by cosets. We have seen that if a group G be partitioned into cells and if the cells form a group under an induced operation, then the cell containing the identity of G is a subgroup of G. Though this session does not consider the conditions under which the cells that partition a group form a group, we are making foundation theory to answer this in the coming sessions. We try to answer the following questions. Find all left corsets of each of the following subgroups. The subgroup cyclic group generated by 18 of set 36. The subgroup cyclic group generated by 12 of set 24. Show that if H is a subgroup of an abelian group G, then every left coset of H is also a right coset of H. Show that there is a one-to-one and on-to function between any two right cosets of H in G. Let H be a subgroup of G, then show that H A is equal to H if and only if A belongs to H.